10 natural wonders that look like the apocalypse. Around the world, we can find a lot of interesting things when it comes to beauty, but there are also some ones that will scare, freeze you up, and leave you speechless. Join us on this trip to see the extraordinary, dark, and even disturbing corners that Mother Nature has set aside for us, if you dare. Catatumbo Lightning. If you're scared of thunderstorms, then prepare to get completely petrified. This meteorological phenomenon occurs in the lake of Maracaibo in Venezuela, mainly in the lower basin of the Catatumbo River and the south of the lake. You can distinguish it because of its huge series of lightning, which is both impressive and frightening since it happens more than 160 nights per year at a rate of over 280 lightning strikes per hour. But it is also useful. This electrifying and eye-catching phenomenon helped the naval forces as a beacon in the past. Spiderweb trees. This strange episode occurred in Pakistan in 2010 after the Great Floods in Sindh. It's still a mystery which creatures are responsible for this. The most probable hypothesis is that vast numbers of spiders made this in their desperate attempt to not be swept away in the flood. Even more so, people who live in this area said nothing similar had ever been seen before. Blood falls. This impressive phenomenon happens in eastern Antarctica. And indeed, although it seems like it, not everything is white in this place. You can see a blood-like red trail between the glaciers. This could easily be the start of a horror movie. However, this phenomenon happens because of the massive presence of iron oxide in the salty waters of that place. Although the mystery of these waters has already been solved, the name of this corner of the world could give the creeps to the bravest. The Lake of Death. Located in the Great Rift Valley in Tanzania, Lake Natron stands out because of its reddish color, given to it by the large number of algae. But one of the most disturbing characteristics, and the one that gives it its mysterious name, is that it is surrounded by petrified animals. This peculiarity is due to the fact that its waters have large deposits of sodium carbonate, the same chemical components that Egyptians used for mummifying dead people. So, the animals who have died in these waters stay intact, making it a terrifying place. The Door to Hell. Back in 1971, this water well was set on fire by Soviet engineers so that natural gases didn't escape into the surface. At that time, these engineers were hoping to have the fire be extinguished within a few days. However, due to the large concentration of natural gas in the crater, what was expected to last for days became years. Today, the Darvaza well has been on fire for over 4 decades, and it doesn't look like it's dying anytime soon, although there have been attempts to shut it down. The Penitents. And speaking of terrifying things, this unique snow formation is set way up high in the mountains. It's thin in tall shape and standing so close together, they seem like penitents from Catholic religious processions, which makes up for both a gloomy and a spectacular sight. These strange formations are usually found in different parts of the world which are covered with glaciers and set at altitudes above 13,123 feet above sea level. Described for the first time in 1839 by Charles Darwin, these formations still amaze anyone who looks at them. Running into these chilling statues in the snow would be nothing but terrifying. Microburst. At times, nature reminds us of one of the most tragic incidents in the history of mankind, as is the case of the microbursts, also known as rain bombs. Looking a lot like the aftermath of a nuclear bomb, these currents can be found anywhere in the world where electrical storms occur. This strange phenomenon happens when air currents travel from the sky downwards to land with unusual strength. Due to this strong wind, this phenomenon also serves as a warning for aircrafts, since a ton of plane crashes have been attributed to them. Sea smoke. This haze is sometimes mistaken with a tsunami because of its size and the fact that it is formed mainly on water. Even if it looks terrifying, the phenomenon isn't deadly. At least it's not a tsunami, since this eerie fog is just that, and it comes to life when a cold current moves over warm waters, creating this startling and incredible landscape. UFO Clouds. These stationary clouds got their name because of their saucer shape. And you might be asking, how do they form? Well, they're usually created when air currents collide with large surfaces such as mountains or even high constructions. Which means if you ever visualized a UFO in the sky, it was probably one of these clouds. Nothing to get discouraged about though, since this freaky incident doesn't usually occur in lowlands or flat territories, which means that not many people can claim having seen them. So if you did witness this, you should feel incredibly lucky. Murmurations. This behavior, seen in startling birds, can be easily equal to a Hitchcock horror movie. It is a large number of birds moving through the sky in the same direction, looking like a very large swarm of bees. Although it may seem incredibly scary at first glance, and definitely one of the signs of the apocalypse, this is actually a completely harmless behavior. Still, there's no doubt that fear and amazement won't be unfamiliar to spectators. If you got the creeps while watching these apocalyptic natural wonders, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget you can activate the notification bell so you don't miss our new content. That was all for today. See ya!